Are you thinking about moving to Livermore, California, or maybe you're relocating to the Tri-Valley and you keep hearing about what it's like to live in Livermore, but you're not sure if it's the right place for you, your lifestyle, or your family? If so, today's video is going to give you everything you need to know. I'm breaking down the 10 things you absolutely must know before moving to Livermore in 2026, and I promise you that these are the things people only learn after they've lived here for a while. If you're new here, I'm Sam Costello, a Livermore realtor, a wife and mum of 5, and someone who lives, works, and raises my family right here in this amazing community. I make videos every week about living in Livermore, moving to the Tri-Valley, and what life is really like in the East Bay suburbs. So if you're researching the best Bay Area suburb, trying to understand the cost of living, or trying to figure out which Tri-Valley city actually fits your lifestyle, make sure you subscribe. I have tons of videos that will help you. All right, let's get into it. Here are the 10 things you absolutely need to know before you move to Livermore, California. The first thing, and honestly, the thing that people comment on the most, is that Livermore has a true wine country lifestyle. When people think California wine country, they think Napa or Sonoma, but Livermore is one of the oldest wine regions in the entire state. We have vineyards everywhere, winery events almost every weekend, sunset concerts, outdoor patios with string lights, and it genuinely gives the whole city this relaxed, welcoming, slower paced lifestyle. And you definitely feel that as a local. Whether you go wine tasting or just driving through town, you're surrounded by these rolling hills and vineyards that make it feel peaceful in a way you just don't get in Bay Area suburbs. A lot of families moving from San Francisco or San Jose tell me that this is exactly the vibe that sold them. The second thing you need to know if you're thinking about living in Livermore is that it does still have that small town community feel, even though it is growing pretty fast. People look out for each other here. You run into familiar faces at the grocery store, at Target, at Sycamore Grove, downtown, at soccer games, football games, children's events, everywhere. I can tell you from personal experience, I have 5 kids, and this is the kind of place where neighbors help neighbors, kids play outside, people gather for community parades and holiday events. You just don't get that sense of community everywhere in the Bay Area anymore. And if you're relocating to Livermore, this is one of the biggest reasons people fall in love with this city. Now let's talk about something everyone asks about, the commute. This is the third thing that you need to know before moving to Livermore. Livermore actually has more commute options than most people realize. We have the ACE train, which is fantastic for people who work in Silicon Valley or the South Bay. You also have I-580 right here, which connects you to Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon, Walnut Creek, Oakland, and San Francisco. And here's the truth. If you're driving into the city or deep into Silicon Valley during peak hours, yes, you're going to hit traffic, but that's true anywhere in the Bay Area. What surprises a lot of people is that hybrid work schedules have made Livermore extremely commutable, and tons of people choose Livermore because they get the lifestyle without having to drive every day. So if you're working hybrid or remote, the commute becomes a non-issue for a lot of people. The fourth thing that you absolutely need to know is that Livermore has some of the best outdoor living and recreation in the entire East Bay. This is a city where people get outside. We have Sycamore Grove, Holdner Park, Brushy Peak, Robertson Park, Del Val. We have bike trails, open space, wildlife, and beautiful sunsets. If you are an outdoorsy person or a family that likes to be active, living in Livermore gives you endless places to explore. And this is one of the biggest reasons family moves here, that balance between suburban living and incredible nature access. The fifth thing that you need to know is that Livermore schools offer a variety of well-rounded programs and opportunities. As always, do your own research, but what I can tell you is that families appreciate the programs, the extracurriculars, the sports, the community involvement, and the variety of student pathways available. You'll find strong community support, engaged families, and schools that offer a broad range of learning experiences. And if schools aren't a concern or a priority, having top-rated schools always helps with home value. Now let's talk about something that surprises a lot of people relocating to Livermore: housing affordability compared to the rest of the Tri-Valley and Bay Area. This is number 6. Livermore gives you more home, more yard, more parking, more privacy, and more options than other cities like Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon, or Danville. If you're coming from San Francisco, you will feel like you struck gold. I get texts every week from clients who have moved here saying, "I can't believe how much more space we have." Livermore offers incredible value for the Bay Area, and that's why it's one of the top cities people relocate to when they leave the peninsula or San Francisco. The 7th thing, be ready for the heat. Livermore has real summers. We're talking 95 to 105 degrees for stretches of July and August. Now, the upside is that the evenings are gorgeous. You get warm summer nights that feel like a vacation. You get incredible winery sunsets. You get early morning and late evening outdoor time that's absolutely beautiful. But yes, AC is a must, and you'll definitely feel that summer heat, especially if you're relocating from a cooler city like San Francisco or Oakland. The 8th thing that you need to know is that Livermore has one of the best downtowns in the whole East Bay. We have some of the most loved restaurants restaurants, breweries, cafes, family-friendly events, seasonal celebrations, and small businesses. Downtown Livermore has evolved into this amazing blend of modern restaurants, community events, outdoor dining, boutique shops, and a super walkable, welcoming vibe. Whether you're grabbing Story Coffee, picking up pastries at Wingham Bakery, or meeting friends for dinner, downtown Livermore is one of the biggest perks of living here. Number 9, Livermore has a very comfortable, community-oriented residential feel. As a resident and a parent, you notice that neighborhoods feel safe, quiet, and connected. People take care of their homes, kids play outside, and there's a real sense of pride in where people live. When people are researching the best Bay Area suburbs for families, this is something that consistently stands out. And finally, number 10, choosing the right neighborhood in Livermore matters a lot. This is where working with someone who actually lives here makes a real difference. Each neighborhood offers a completely different lifestyle. Sunset West has that walkable, community-driven feel. Somerset is peaceful and established. Christopher Ranch offers newer homes and beautiful views. Alden Lane and the Oaks, spacious, stunning homes, and a luxury wine country vibe. Granada Woods has big yards and mature trees, and there are dozens more. Living in Livermore looks very different depending on which neighborhood you choose, and getting that match right is the key to living here. And here's the truth. Livermore is one of the best areas to live in the whole Bay Area, especially if you're looking for space, outdoor living, wineries, community, affordability compared to the rest of the Tri-Valley, and a place that truly feels like home. If you're actually thinking about moving to Livermore or relocating anywhere in the Tri-Valley, I help families with this exact question every single week. So if you do want guidance on neighborhoods, housing options, commute questions, schools, or what life actually feels like here, I would love to help you. All of my information is below and you can reach out anytime. Now, because this video is for people who are seriously considering moving to Livermore or relocating to the Tri-Valley, I want to go even deeper than just the top 10 things. These are the bonus things that most people don't share online, but they do make a huge difference in what your day-to-day life will actually look like when you're actually living here in Livermore, California. Another thing you need to know before moving here is how active and event-driven this city is. If you're coming from San Francisco or the Peninsula, you might be shocked at how many community events that we have and how many people actually show up. We have the Livermore Farmers Market, Downtown Street Fest, a bike parade, the Sights and Sounds Holiday Parade, food truck nights, winery concerts, vineyard dinners, art walks, and so many more seasonal events, especially around the holidays. Living in Livermore means you always have something to do, whether you're a family with kids, a couple who loves food and wine, or someone who values a strong, connected community. And the best part is that everything here feels local, personal, and small town friendly, even though we're a growing city in the Bay Area. Something else people realize relocating to Livermore is they just don't know how convenient everything is here. We have great grocery options like Trader Joe's, Safeways, Whole Foods nearby, Target, Costco, gyms, sport complexes, kids activities, and some amazing local businesses. You're never really more than 10 minutes from almost anything, and that's a huge lifestyle upgrade for people moving from crowded, high-traffic neighborhoods in the city. Parents especially love school drop-offs, sport practices, errands, and activities that don't take 45 minutes each way. When you're living in Livermore, your life fits into a much calmer rhythm, and you feel that almost immediately after moving here. Another major thing I always tell clients before they move to Livermore is to think about their lifestyle goals, because this city really supports a healthier, more active way of living. It's not like living in the middle of San Francisco where you're dodging cars or circling for parking or squeezing into tiny grocery stores. In Livermore, people walk, they hike, they bike, kids play outside, families go to the park after dinner, and weekends are spent at vineyards, trails, sports games, or downtown. And that lifestyle shift is something almost every relocating family notices. You get more air, space, better weather, and this built-in encouragement to be outside more and actually enjoy where you live. Let's talk about something people rarely mention: how much pride Livermore residents have in their city. There's a really strong sense of identity here. People love saying they live in Livermore. They love supporting local businesses, showing off their favorite parks, telling you their favorite wineries, bragging about the sunsets, and sharing the restaurants they love downtown. There's a sense of belonging here that's getting harder to find in other Bay Area suburbs, and it feel more transient or disconnected. If you're looking for a place where you can plant roots and feel part of a real community, moving to Livermore is a great decision. Another bonus to know before you move to Livermore is how diverse the housing options are. You can find everything from charming mid-century ranch homes in Sunset West to beautiful custom homes in Alden Lane, to newer homes in Christopher Ranch, to country-style estates in South Livermore, to modern developments up north. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading for more space, downsizing, or moving here with a larger family, there's something for every price point. That's why so many people relocating to the Bay Area choose Livermore. It meets you where you are. And finally, something that every one of my relocation clients mention within the first month of living in Livermore is how quickly it starts to feel like home. There's something about the slower pace, the friendly people, The sunshine, the open space, the wineries, the downtown vibe, and the community feel that just make people settle in and feel grounded. When you're living in Livermore, life feels more manageable, more peaceful, and more connected. And that's honestly the biggest reason people choose this city over anywhere else in the East Bay. So, if you're thinking of moving to Livermore, relocating to the Tri-Valley, or comparing the Bay Area suburbs and trying to find the best fit for your lifestyle, I would love to work with you. I work with people every week who are relocating from San Francisco, San Jose, Oakland, Fremont, and even out of state, and Livermore ends up exceeding their expectations pretty much every single time. Feel free to reach out, call, text, email, send me a message, whatever works best for you. Tell me where you're coming from, what your lifestyle looks like, what you're hoping for, and I'll help guide you to the neighborhoods that are in areas that are a right match. And of course, don't forget to subscribe because I have tons of videos coming up on the best Livermore neighborhoods, the cost of living in Livermore, new construction, Pleasanton versus Livermore, and what life is really like in the Tri-Valley. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.